like it kept counting like 321, 123, 324, 525. I don't know. So let's talk astrology and healing. Now I was gonna do a video on entrepreneurship versus employee, but I think I've already done that. So look at my old videos regarding that. I was in corporate America, now full-time entrepreneur. Like that's my second life of work. And then I was gonna let y'all see the road, but it's all out of focus for some reason. I don't know, it's probably because I'm driving. And this video will be kind of long, a little bit. Not long, but we'll see where it goes. But this is, like I said, I was gonna start sharing my morning thoughts, and I forgot my day truly started. I done went, looked at some land, talked to a few people, talked to some team members, this, that, and other. I done checked on my friend's house because all of us really travel heavy. And we are each other's community, you know, so water the plants, all type of things. So I didn't had a day already. I done been to the gym, all that thing. Now I'm about to eat for to start off my days. I don't eat till about 10, so it's about time for me to eat. So I'm getting a little hungry now. Anyway, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. This is just, we gonna talk about, we gonna talk practical life lessons. This is what this is really gonna be about. I'm pretty sure it's good morning things and things that I've learned in my almost 50 years of living. And I don't know it all. I'm a lifelong learner that like to share and help people grow. So astrology and healing. So some people are like, I don't believe in signs. I don't understand this zodiac stuff. You know, if you're heavy Christian and you haven't quite really translated the Bible like it's supposed to be translated, you would think it's like devil, this, that, and other, etc. You know, or whatever. So this may not be the video for you, so you can go ahead and get off. You know, I believe every soul chooses their own path in your perspective. I'm never gonna convince you of anything, right? You have to be your own conviction. So for those who really want to understand why zodiacs and astrology is talked about so much, it's just the science, guys. God left us with tools to navigate this world. God left us with tools to navigate this world. And astrology happens to be one of those tools. Okay? Good morning, good morning, good morning. And so everything is, especially if you're in the US, the Western world, most things have been put to you or taught to you backwards. Okay? Meaning like everything's been taught to you upside down. Everything's been taught to you in a different way because it's a lot about control and manipulation and hidden systems and you know, all those things. So they don't want you to ever truly get caught up in to understand really how to navigate this plane, okay? Because it's easier to control you when you don't have the knowledge. Okay, that's all it's about. The game that we are in, when you hear people talk about the Matrix, the 3D world, this, that, and the other, it is truly the less knowledge you have, the more the powers that be, the hidden agendas can control you. Okay, so this is why you have to tap into what God, the tools that God has left for us to navigate the world. And astrology happens to be one of those tools. So the reason why I didn't, you know, I've never really, I've never really studied heavily into astrology until around the pandemic. That's when I got into it deeper. And I was like, oh, it's about the birth chart. It's not about your sun sign. Everybody knows their sun sign. Everybody knows, like, I was born on this day, so that makes me a Capricorn. But that is a very small makeup of who you are as a person. That is just your personality. It has nothing to do with the rest of you. Your emotions, how you like love, how you're going to look, how your makeup is, how you communicate, this and that. That's the full birth chart. What's the possibilities of what you experienced in your youth, your teen, your adulthood, what will happen in the future, possible, etc. People always have free will, of course. But the reason why I tapped in and helped me that made me fall in love with astrology was the healing factor of it. Okay? It was the fact that I was then understanding I understood who my mom was through my birth chart. And I understood that, oh, this is the experiences I had to make me the person I am today. And once I started realizing it was a healing tool, I said, OMG. You mean I've been walking around lost this whole entire time for no reason? For no reason. And mad at the world, in my trauma, in my victimhood, in my inability to understand that everybody true makeup is truly different, and my inability to understand everybody's gonna have different perspectives no matter what. Everybody's gonna handle things differently because their whole birth chart is their makeup. And so however they are made up, their traits, their characteristics, their life lessons, their perspective is truly their reality. Everybody's truly in their own world. It helped me look at people as a whole differently. I was like, whoa. So when it comes to astrology, it's very important you start understanding your big three at a minimum. You ain't got to understand, where your Venus is, where your Mercury is. Venus is how you give love, how you receive love. You have to understand really where your rest of your chart is and all those aspects and diagonals and this and other. You can get really deep into certain stuff and really learn a lot. But you do have to begin to understand at least your big three. This is going to help you to navigate the world that we're going into. You can no longer be asleep, okay? When people say the energy is shifting, everything's changing, they're telling you that people have to wake up. And they be like, I wake up. I hate that wake up too. I hate that people did it. You hate it because you thinking that things have to stay the same. The only constant is change, y'all. We are going into the energy where people can no longer be asleep. You can no longer be under the spells that those who have the hidden agendas and want to manipulate people and want to keep people in distress and fear programming and stuff. You can no longer be in that energy. It's time for you to be aware. We are definitely shifting ages. We're shifting where empowers are changing. We are shifting where money is changing. We're shifting just everything. So the one true thing, this is what I said earlier to everybody. Of course, you have whatever you believe in. I'm not going to ever push any type of religion on you or any type of dogma on you. I'm not going to do that. Whatever you believe in. Once you believe in what you believe in outside yourself, you have to then believe in yourself. And you have to understand who you are. Because you are the one navigating the world. Okay? You have to get clear on this. That it's going to help you through the times ahead. Because you're going to understand what your strengths, what your weaknesses are. You're going to understand where your trauma is. You're going to understand, what you're capable of. And you got to remember these things. And astrology can help you with all of that, guys. There's no reason for you to be lost. The healing part of astrology, where a lot of people have a lot of trauma. And the reason why I talk about healing a lot is because I have been seen a lot, been through a lot, and continue to see a lot. And I can tell you what I see the most is people have not healed from their trauma. It always shows up either in their relationships, at work. It shows up whatever position they're in, what title they hold. I don't care. I see it. And I'm like, oh my God, that is a trauma from childhood. That's a trauma from teenage years. That's a trauma from their last job. That's a trauma from this. And they have not figured out how to navigate it. So we're going to stick more to your possible childhood trauma and how you can begin to navigate it and understand it so you can begin to heal. Now, once I understood astrology, I was like, every doctor and every therapist should understand astrology. I think it's almost an injustice for anybody to be a therapist and be a doctor and not understand astrology and not look at their patient's chart before they begin to create or navigate either whatever element they're trying to help their patient through, because they're going blindly. Now, your moon sign is your relationship with your mother. Your sun sign is your relationship with your father. So we're going to stick to the moon sign for now. So when you go, it is plenty of people that are teaching this, etc., so forth. That's all you got to do is Google. You got a computer in your hands. You use it for whatever you use it for. Use it for. Actually start learning how to attack your healing. Okay? And the reason why I'm so critical about this is because I'm only one person. And the more souls we get on the healing path so they can begin to understand what we need to do, the better off we will be in society. This is not for everybody. These are for those who are ready to tap in. I'm not trying to reach everybody. I never will be that person. Never going to be that person. I let that go a long time ago. So, moon sign. Look up relationship to your mother based off your moon sign. And you're going to see a whole bunch of videos pop up. Do that on YouTube. Start watching those videos. Pull your chart first. Find out what your moon sign is in. And then begin to listen to it. It's going to tell you the things that you experienced more than likely in your childhood and what your mother, why your mother was your mother and what you came here to learn from your mother. And what possible things you experienced from your mom. And why the way it was. This is no longer a time you can stay asleep. You have to wake up and get keyed in. Sun sign. This is going to be a relationship with your father and what your father came into this lifetime to teach you, or why you chose that father this lifetime, and what you were supposed to learn from your father. And how that relationship was, or how you grew up, or the things you experienced in childhood. Look that up on YouTube. My sun sign is this. What was the relationship to my father? You're going to see a bunch of videos of people telling you what it was. You're probably going to find videos from 20 years ago. We're finally in that time where people can accept and are ready to receive the knowledge now. That's why you're seeing it so much. Those are the first two I would tell you to start with, because those are usually what impact you the most. Whether your father was absentee, whether your father and mother was in your life, whether you got abused, whether you had a toxic relationship with them, whether y'all couldn't communicate. It is going to reveal all of that to you guys, so you can begin to heal. So you can then accept the fact that you came to this lifetime to experience these things for a certain reason. Now, life ain't easy. I didn't say easy. I didn't say it was not hard. Everybody wants an easy life. Shit, I want an easy life. Who don't want an easy life? Who don't want to experience the nonsense? Who would love the peace? Honey, all of us want that if you got any sense. Some of us not. Some of us like chaos and living in our trauma and drama. You know, it gives them a lot of attention. Some people like that. And you can even Pull their bird chart, see why they like chaos and this, that, the other. More likely they got some heavy Scorpios somewhere in them. You know, you be like, oh, I see. But start there so you can begin your healing journey. And then add that to your therapy, to your understanding of what you experience in the world. Add it to what you are here to understand this lifetime, so you can begin to navigate the world like we need you to. This is so important, especially right now, because the world is going to shift so heavily, and a lot of people are going to be so lost, and they're not going to understand what to do, and they're going to be very much chaotic. And those of us who are going to be the calm through the storm have to address our healing and our trauma before it starts. Because your soul came here for a different purpose. So, you have to begin to understand how to begin to truly address your healing. You have to begin to understand how to truly navigate your own trauma. You have to understand how to ground yourself through the chaotic moments. Because there's going to be some chaotic moments. Because a lot of people are still walking asleep. And everybody wakes up at different times. And you can't be mad at them because they not woke up. Okay? You can't begin to understand things and then get upset with the people that are still asleep. You have to understand everybody has their own time they have to wake up. That means you have evolved as a soul. And if you were chosen to wake up before the others, that's because you are here to help guide them through whatever. And some will stay asleep forever. And you have to come to agreement of that too. So start digging beyond your sun sign, guys. For those who are ready, start tapping into the healing parts of astrology. I already told you 2 aspects to look at so you can begin that journey. I don't want to give you too much right now. We're always going to give you tidbits so you can start to really get yourself centered. For the times ahead. And go from there. So whenever you watch this, I hope you're having a great morning, a great afternoon, or a great night. And I will talk to you guys later.